Bring Back Our Girls has become a global outcry after more than 200 Nigerian schoolgirls were kidnapped a month ago by Islamic militant group Boko Haram. The girls still missing despite international attention. Joining me now is Mina Chang, CEO of Dallas-based Linking the World. Thank you so much for being here today. And we should say it is a humanitarian aid organization. You guys do tremendous work.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. So you just returned from the World Economic Forum in Nigeria with the likes of Bill Gates, presidents, heads of state. But this very important event almost was canceled because of the threats of violence?
Oh, yes. Leading up to the forum, there were increasing terrorist attacks. Just 2 days before I arrived, there was a car bomb that was detonated in a very, very busy part of town. So it's with an event on such a global platform, of course, it was a target for the Boko Haram.
And I have to imagine there was a lot of security.
There's presidents of nations and heads of global corporations, and so not just their own security, but the WEF brought in 6,000 extra security forces, and ironically, for the World Economic Forum, they shut down the entire city for the duration of the forum. Businesses, government, schools.
Something I'm sure that they thought was unnecessary.
They were not going to take any chances.
So now we're talking about Boko Haram, and that's of course been in the news since these girls were kidnapped. What did you learn from being there that you feel maybe isn't being widely reported here in the U.S. or deserves more attention?
It's as heartbreaking as it is to know that there's over 290 girls and their families affected by this. You know, there are over 3.3 million people that are now IDPs, refugees, people just like you and me that are now running for their lives, that are running because of the Boko Haram. And to put that number in perspective, that is 3.3 million people. That's the entire population of Dallas times 3.
Now, Boko Haram translates to Western education is sin. So why go after these schoolgirls? Why would schoolgirls be such a threat to this organization?
I think Boko Haram is actually using a convenient language of repression in order to push their agenda. Some people will argue that they're actually, in their insane way, trying to level the playing field that's caused by extreme poverty and the disparity there.
Now, you've been all over the world delivering humanitarian aid. Why do you think it's been so difficult to find them, these girls?
These girls are now probably dispersed, and the armed forces are working in an area that they're entrenched. They're armed, and they know how to navigate this area much better than any outsider could. This is also a very sophisticated network that has deep roots historically in human trafficking.
Nigeria, 7,000 miles away. Why should we here in North Texas care about what's going on over there with these girls?
Well, with globalization today, you know, for our economic health, our national security, we need to be engaged with what's happening around the world. This is not just a Nigerian issue. This is a global issue. There are extremists around the world, as we're seeing in Nigeria. They're starting to work together. They're against equality. They're against education. They're against progress. And if we want to protect these children, if we want to protect our children and provide a safe economic and physical future for them, then we all need to work together.
Mina Chang with Linking the World, thank you so much for coming in today. I know you're exhausted, but we're glad you made it back safe and sound, and thank you so much for offering your insight.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.